At the beginning of the story, we are shown that some people are creating a star named Elizabeth Sparkle. In reality, Elizabeth is a very beautiful model who hosts a fitness show. People love Elizabeth so much that fans come to her star to take selfies. But over time, people's attention shifts away from this star, and the star breaks and shatters. This clearly shows that people's interest in Elizabeth Sparkle is fading. The scene cuts, and we are shown Elizabeth Sparkle, who in her youth was extremely beautiful. Everywhere there was talk of Elizabeth, but now she has grown old, and today is her 50th birthday. Elizabeth still hosts the same show. After the show's shooting, when Elizabeth goes to the washroom, she finds out that the ladies' washroom is closed for some reason. So she goes to the men's washroom, where the show's producer also arrives. And in this situation, Elizabeth quietly hides in a bathroom stall. Here, the producer is talking on the phone with someone, saying that I need a new face for my show. Elizabeth is not the same as before. Where earlier, because of Elizabeth, we used to get very high ratings. Now our TRPs are falling. No one wants to see Elizabeth on our show anymore. I can't tolerate this any longer. I need a young and beautiful model for my show as soon as possible. On the other side, Elizabeth, hiding in the bathroom, hears all this and becomes very disappointed. The pride she had in her beauty shatters today. She keeps staring at herself in the mirror, where many wrinkles have appeared on her face. Hearing the producer's words causes her great pain. But now she also has the sorrow that she is being fired from the show. A while later, the producer calls Elizabeth to a hotel, where the producer tells her, "Look, Elizabeth, you know that with time, people want something new. What you were before is no longer in you. So I also have to bring another model to keep my show running." The producer's words break Elizabeth badly. She leaves the hotel and starts heading home. But while driving, the producer's words keep running in her mind. A little further, she sees that her large billboard is also being torn down and removed. Seeing all this, her attention shifts from the road, and she gets into an accident with an oncoming car. Luckily, her life is saved in the accident, and she doesn't even get a scratch. The doctor tells her that all your reports are normal. But instead of being happy, Elizabeth starts crying bitterly because now her career is about to be ruined. Before discharge, the doctor asks a very beautiful male nurse to check Elizabeth's spine. After the doctor leaves, that male nurse checks Elizabeth's spine and says that you are a perfect candidate, and then he gives Elizabeth her clothes. While giving the clothes, Elizabeth's eyes fall on the male nurse's hand, which has a strange kind of black mark. Now, as soon as she steps out of the hospital, she feels something in her pocket. When she takes it out and looks, she finds out that the male nurse has left a note in her pocket. The message said that this changed my life, and along with it, there was a pen drive that said, "The Substance." As soon as she reaches home, Elizabeth plugs the pen drive into the TV and plays it, in which information is given about an injection called the Substance. This substance was a magical injection, and this injection could give any old person a new young version of themselves. Meaning, injecting this would cause a new separate person to emerge from that person's body, who would be the same original person, but he would be young and much more beautiful than before. But after using this injection, 1 week the new body would be active, and 1 week the old body. Along with this substance injection, there was also another fluid that would connect both versions, meaning the old body and the new body. But one thing is clearly stated, that both are one, and both cannot escape from their real form. Elizabeth thinks all this is a joke, so she considers the substance drive a lie and throws it in the dustbin. After that, to relieve her tension, Elizabeth goes to a bar, where she sees a young couple and starts feeling jealous that among so many people, no one is even looking at me. After that, in anger, she comes home and starts throwing things here and there. When she looks at herself in the mirror, she starts hating herself for how old she has become. Looking at her photo, she thinks that there was a time when thousands of people were crazy about Eliza. But now, no one is ready to take her in any film or show. Eliza now wants to regain that fame at any cost. So taking the biggest step of her life, Eliza decides that she will create a new version of herself. After that, Eliza takes out the same pen drive from the dustbin and calls the phone number given on it and tells the company people that I want to order that substance. On the other side, whoever was talking doesn't talk much. He just asks Elizabeth for her address and then tells Elizabeth an address and hangs up the call. The next morning, Elizabeth is reading the newspaper where she sees an ad that the same company where Elizabeth worked had placed, where it was written that Elizabeth has been fired from work and now the company needs a new model, seeing which she becomes even more sad. Then she sees that the parcel she ordered last night has arrived. When she opens that envelope, there is a number written on a card. Now, without thinking, Elizabeth reaches the address told on the call last night. It was a very deserted place where there was no one. She moves forward and goes near the shelter in front. Now, using the card she got in the parcel, she opens the shelter door and goes inside. Inside, she finds many lockers. She opens the locker with the number given on her card, where a box was kept, which she takes straight to her home. As soon as she gets home, she immediately opens this box, in which many things were kept. First, an activator, a stabilizer, and a switch kit are found. And on the paper, complete information about this procedure is given on how to use it, which you all should also listen to carefully. First, the activator has to be used, which will cause a new version of the person using it to emerge from their body, and the first body will remain unconscious. This activator can be used only once. Second, that person has to stabilize themselves every day, meaning extract the substance from the spine of the unconscious other body and inject it into their own body, so that the living body can survive normally. And third, they have to switch every week, meaning 1 week the new body will be active and 1 week the old body, and they must not skip this part at all. Besides, Elizabeth gets some liquid food in that box, which she has to attach to the unconscious body so that the body stays alive for 7 days. After that, Elizabeth goes to the washroom, where she thinks for a long time, looking at her body whether she should do this or not. When she sees that her skin is starting to sag and wrinkles have appeared on her face, she cannot see herself growing old like this. So she injects the activator into her body. After injecting, she waits for changes in herself, but nothing happens to her. And in this way, Elizabeth thinks that maybe all this was fake. But then after a while, she feels a lot of pain, and the pain was so much that she falls down and starts writhing. Then we see her eyes starting to burst, her eyeballs starting to double. Then suddenly her back starts moving, and in the next second, her waist starts tearing, from where a young and very beautiful girl comes out. This was Elizabeth's new version, a new young body that emerged from inside the previous body. When Elizabeth's this new version looked at herself in the mirror, she was stunned that this medicine had done wonders. She had become so beautiful and young that she hadn't even imagined. After looking at her beauty for a long time, now she stitches the waist of Elizabeth's old version, i.e., the old body, from which she had come out by tearing. After that, she attaches a food bag to her old body to keep it alive, after which she takes a bath and freshens up. Then she sees that blood is flowing from her nose. Seeing this, she gets very worried. Then she remembers that she was also given a stabilizer kit and was told that every day to keep the new body, i.e., the young body, active, she has to extract the substance from the old body's spine and inject it into herself. So now she immediately extracts the substance from the old body's spine and injects it into herself. And after this injection, she becomes completely normal. After that, she gets ready and comes out on the road, where she attracts the attention of all the people present. This version's beauty was many times more than before. After that, she goes straight to the audition of the show from where she was fired. But now Eliza was not in her old look, but with a new look. There, Eliza tells her name as Sue. Seeing Sue's beauty, everyone's eyes remain wide open, and the producer also selects Sue immediately upon seeing her, because Sue was so beautiful that no one could reject her. After being selected in the interview, Sue remembers that she has to change her body every week, for which she lies to the producer that my mom is sick, and I have to go to the village every week to take care of my mom. The producer accepts Sue's conditions without thinking because he didn't want to lose Sue at any cost, and he knew that because of Sue's beauty, their show's ratings would increase a lot. Then what, in just a few days, Sue becomes very popular, and she was enjoying this job a lot. People had become her fans, and people started liking her just like a few years ago people liked Elizabeth. In no time, a big billboard with Sue's poster is put up right in front of her house. In this way, 7 days are completed, meaning, now for the next 7 days, the old body will be active. Sue uses the switch kit here. As soon as their blood goes into each other's body, we see Eliza moving, and now Sue goes into unconsciousness. After body shifting, Elizabeth attaches food to Sue's body and then goes to her show where she used to work before. There, the producer hands her all her stuff and gives her a gift, telling Eliza that you should now sit at home and cook instead of modeling. Hearing this makes Elizabeth feel very bad. After that, Eliza comes back home and spends the whole day sitting at home watching TV. Well, now the next day comes, and while reading the newspaper, Elizabeth gets an envelope in which it was written that her new kit has arrived. After that, she goes to get the kit and comes straight home with the kit. Eliza now had no work, so she spends the whole week watching TV. Now 7 days are completed, and Eliza turns into Sue, meaning she activates her new body. Now this new body had to enjoy all the pleasures of the world. In this way, sometimes she would be at home, sometimes not, so she gets scared that her secret might not be revealed. Now Sue decides that she will break one wall of her house and hide Elizabeth's old body there. The noise from Sue hammering the wall was so much that her neighbor turned red with anger. And when the neighbor came to scold Sue in that mood upon seeing Sue, his breath got stuck in his throat because Sue was so beautiful that instead of scolding her, he says to her that if you need help, call me, I live nearby. Sue says thanks to him and closes the door, and then she comes inside and after a lot of hard work, she makes a secret room in which she hides Elizabeth's body and also keeps all of Eliza's photos in this secret room. Sue was having a lot of fun in this new body, and she enjoys a lot. In this enjoyment, she doesn't even realize how 7 days passed, and she forgets that today is the shifting day. The food for her old body, i.e., Elizabeth's body, was also about to finish today. Sue even brings a friend home. When she was busy talking with her friend, suddenly blood starts coming from her nose. She seats her friend in the guest room and goes to the bathroom herself. Upon reaching the bathroom, more blood starts flowing from her nose and severe pain starts in the whole body. Now she understands that today is the body shift day. But how does Sue shift the body now? Because on the other side, her friend is waiting for her. So instead of body shifting, she decides to stay active for one more day, for which she extracts substance from Elizabeth's body and injects it into her body, due to which she immediately becomes fine. And she goes to her boyfriend who tells her that you have suddenly become even more beautiful. Anyway, the day passes like this, and the next morning we see Eliza when she is looking at herself in the mirror. Then suddenly her eyes fall on her finger, which had rotted very badly. It looked like this finger belonged to a very old person, and she understands that all this was done by Sue extracting extra substance from her body. Now she gets worried and calls the company and tells them all this. The phone person says that there is no solution for this. If one body uses extra substance, its effect will be on the other body, meaning Eliza's finger will remain like this now, and if Sue makes such a mistake again in the future, then some part of Eliza's body can rot again. Hearing this, Eliza gets very scared, and in the end, that phone person tells that you are not two but one, so live together in harmony. Only then will you both be able to enjoy your respective lives. After that, that person hangs up the call, and Eliza starts cleaning the house. Then her eyes suddenly fall on Eliza's poster. Eliza feels jealous seeing Sue's young body and turns off the TV. Sitting at home, Eliza was getting bored, so she goes to a restaurant, where she notices an old man who starts talking strange things to Eliza. Then Eliza notes that he has exactly the same mark on his hand as she had seen on the nurse's hand in the hospital, meaning this was the real form of that nurse. Now that old man tells Eliza that every time you switch, you will feel lonely, and seeing your own version, you will feel jealous. Out of fear, Eliza starts leaving from there. Then the old man shouts that has your new version started eating you. Eliza leaves from there and reaches home because Sue had really started eating her, which was clearly visible on her finger. Upon reaching home, she calls one of her old friends. Eliza invites her friend to dinner tonight, and Eliza's friend agrees to dinner. This friend of Eliza has liked Eliza since childhood, but Eliza had ignored him many times. Today, when Eliza had no one left to ask, now she wants to be in a relationship with him. In the evening, Eliza gets ready. She wore very cute clothes and did makeup exactly like Sue, i.e. her new version. After getting ready quite well, just as she was about to leave home to meet her friend, her eyes fall on the billboard of Sue in front of her house. When she compared herself with Sue, all her confidence went to zero. So in anger, she ruins all her makeup and cancels the plan to meet her friend and goes to sit on the sofa. Then her friend keeps messaging her repeatedly. But now Eliza no longer had the courage to reply. Due to depression, she eats a lot of food and falls asleep. The scene cuts and we see Sue the next day, meaning Eliza had switched her body after being active for 7 days. Sue was doing her show, where while dancing, a different kind of thing comes out from her body. She quickly leaves the shooting and goes to the washroom. She moves that thing with her hands to her nerves and then takes it out, seeing which, Sue realizes that this is a chicken leg piece that Eliza ate at night. But then Sue's eyes open. Actually, Sue was dreaming. In the morning, when Sue leaves for the show, she sees that Eliza had eaten a whole chicken last night. She understands that this is why I had a chicken dream at night. Now Sue calls the company to complain about Eliza that I worked the whole week, and Eliza just keeps eating day and night. But that other person says only one thing, that you both are one, and you have to live together. After that, Sue goes to her show. But as soon as she goes there, she gets panicked seeing that the show people are packing the shooting equipment, and they tell her that this show will not run from now. Sue doesn't understand what is happening. So she gets panicked and goes to the producer. Then the producer tells her that you will not work here anymore, but you will work in our network's biggest show because of you, our show's ratings have increased a lot. Hearing this, tears of happiness come to Sue's eyes. But the producer says that for this you can be called for training at any time. Sue says yes without thinking. Although this show was going to happen on the day when she had to switch her body and go to the old body, Sue doesn't care about this and stays in this new version for many days and keeps injecting stabilizer extracted from Elizabeth, i.e. her old body, into her body to keep it active, whose effect was happening on Elizabeth's old body. Now, after many days, when Sue switched herself, we see that due to excessive serum being extracted from her spine, half of her body had become old. Seeing this, Eliza gets very angry with Sue. Eliza quickly calls the company and tells about Sue's this misdeed. The company person tells that what has happened has happened. Now it cannot be fixed again. But yes, if you still want to stop it, you can stop and you can spend the rest of your life in this condition. Hearing this, Elizabeth refuses the call person and puts down the phone. After that, Elizabeth gets a call from that show, which was a call for Sue. She immediately switches her body again. After body switching, when Sue saw the condition of the whole house was in very bad condition. Seeing this, Sue gets very angry, and she decides that now she will not switch with Eliza again. Sue extracts substance for full 3 months at once from Eliza's body and injects it into her body. After that, the scene after 3 months is shown, where Sue enjoys a lot without switching even once for 3 months. And now only 1 day was left for the New Year's Eve show. Sue brought her new boyfriend home today. Then suddenly discomfort starts in her body. She understands that the substance in her body has finished, so she goes straight to extract substance from Eliza's body. But today not serum came out, but blood started coming out instead of serum. Seeing this, she gets very panicked and calls the company and asks that substance is not coming out from Elizabeth's body. Tell me, what should I do now? The company person tells her that if serum is not coming out from the body, it means you have used all the serum. Now you have to switch. Only then serum will accumulate in the other body, and you will have to wait for the serum to form. Hearing this, Sue's condition becomes very bad, and crawling, she switches her body, and all these sounds of switching were also heard by that boy in the room. He started hearing Sue's loud screams, hearing which he felt that Sue is in danger. So he starts coming towards the washroom to help Sue. But at the right time, Elizabeth closes the washroom door and tells that boy to leave. That boy, hearing Elizabeth's so scary voice, immediately leaves from there. We see that Elizabeth had become very old, and along with that, hair had also fallen from her head. Due to old age, she couldn't even walk properly. Elizabeth was now very panicked. She calls the company and says that I want to stop all this here. The company people agree to her words and tell her to go get the Terminator injection. After that, Elizabeth, completely covering her body, goes limping to get the termination kit. After bringing the Terminator injection home, she was about to inject it into Sue's body. Then she remembered the company manager's words. He had said that if you inject the Terminator once, then the body you are in at that time will remain like that forever. Thinking this, she did not inject the Terminator. But when her eyes fell on her photo, Eliza was looking very beautiful in the photo, and Eliza saw her condition at this time. She had become very horrific, and behind this was Sue's hand. So Eliza gets angry with Sue again, and she injects the Terminator into Sue's body. But she had injected only half the serum when she thought that she still has to host a very big show from which she will get very big fame. In this greed, she had injected half the serum but left the rest of the serum. Now she starts waking Sue up. After trying to wake her for a long time, when Sue doesn't wake up, she thinks of body switching. But when body switching also doesn't happen, then Eliza extracts activator from her spine and injects it into Sue's heart, due to which Sue wakes up. Here we see that both versions are standing alive in front of each other. Seeing this, both get shocked and they don't understand what is happening. Then Sue's eyes fall on the Terminator injection, and she understands that Eliza was trying to kill her. Seeing this, Sue gets very angry. In her anger, she beats Elizabeth so much that she dies. After killing Elizabeth, she realizes that she has made a very big mistake because now she will not get activated substance from Eliza's spine. But even at this time, Sue was more worried about her show than Eliza. She goes straight to her program, where as soon as she goes, people welcome her with great enthusiasm. At this time, Sue was feeling very good, but then suddenly she starts feeling something strange in her body. She gets panicked and goes to the washroom. As soon as she opens her mouth, 2 of her teeth break and fall, and still she thinks, why not use the activator kept at home to create a new version of myself? After that, she immediately heads towards home. But when she was in the lift, her one ear gets cut and falls. She gets badly panicked. But then a man comes in the lift. Until that man stands there, she doesn't show herself panicked at all. She acts exactly as if nothing has happened to her. Then quickly she goes to her home and finds the activator. The company people had told at the beginning that this activator can be used only once, and Sue knew this, but still she injects this activator into her body. Then Sue starts feeling a lot of pain. Like before, her body starts tearing from the waist, from which a strange version comes out that looked like some horrific creature. This was a new version of Eliza and Sue, whose front had Eliza's face and back had Sue's. Eliza still considered herself beautiful, so she puts her photo on her face and goes to the show. As soon as she reaches near the mic on the stage, the photo falls from her mouth and everyone gets scared seeing her horrific face. People start running away, calling her a monster. Now here, a man hits Eliza's head with a baseball bat, due to which her head crashes, and blood from her body spreads all over the studio. Eliza's body, crawling, reaches straight to her star, where below Elizabeth Sparkle's star was made. The shortcut explanation of this film is that in Hollywood and Bollywood, female actresses have value only until they are young. As their age increases, people start ignoring them. And with this, the story ends. If you liked this video, then please subscribe to our channel and like the video.